From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey! Ready?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Undercrunch. Recon, 132 fighter.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
General West.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Set. 60 outlaw. Number 53. Mike 53. Mike 53. Smooth. Mike. Get that quarterback.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. 30 base. Check 53. Watch the curl.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready? 52's the mark. Check. 52's the mark. Here we go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded at the 33. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Gurley again here on 1st down. He stiff arms him, and he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Check 59. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 80 weapon. Showing it. Showing it. Check, 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 check. Snap.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. He's crashing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stallings. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second down, Stewart. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Keanu Neal brought down. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Look at me. Zipper.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
They're running it. 57.
Let's go.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Go, go, go.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come.
6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Throwing on first down. Stallings. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Yes.
You got it. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Come on, D.
Go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D. 57.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Stallings. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. You go tank. You got tank. You got tank.
Chopper.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw here. And Jennings has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
19 yards. First down, Seattle.
On the ready.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Seahawks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Burns. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hit it.
52. Mike 52. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On second down now, Stewart, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Let's go now. 8-3.
Check it backer. Check it backer.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll set up a throw. And he connects with Ertz. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Able to push his way through. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go. Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Hey, orbit.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got it. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Oh,
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's
it looks
still
that
time.
way.
They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Early on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. To throw on second down. Stallings. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
What we got?
Snap.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Come on, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 32-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
You draw Corker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Yo, go.
2nd and 10. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. It would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one good for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hard. Protein spill.
Looking to throw. Stallings. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood.
And the blitz does come. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. 6.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after which...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ready? 10-2, sir.
Mike, here we go, D. Get off the field. Set it.
On first down, Stewart. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. Check 26.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Big trip.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Five.
2nd and 3. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stallings, and that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Rams first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. All day, baby.
Yep.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Stallings. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Seattle.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Ready.
They'll try the left side. Stewart, they'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 1st down. Stewart. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Team 6. Team 6.
53's mine. Check 50.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, pick your game up.
Go.
To throw again. Stallings. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Let's go.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
On 1st down, Stallings. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Switch.
Look at me. Door.
Back to throw. Stallings. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tighten up.
To throw on 3rd down. Stallings. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check.
Operating from the gun. Stallings. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You better be ready next time.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for LA, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.